Well, this is Sunday. Uh, didn't do too much today. I'm hand painting this like toothbrush holder that I got with dark blue, and I didn't like the color, so I'm painting it with white fingernail polish, and then maybe a different color over it. I don't know. It's just something. But I called this jury summons for jury duties thing and said I finally got to the instructions today to see when I had to go in. To find that out, I had to report into this automatic number, which I just got off the phone with. It says, "Welcome to the automated line, blah, blah, blah. Put in your jury badge number and then the pound sign." So I did. Then it transferred to another one. It said, "Put in your zip code." So I did that with the pound sign. And then it said, "Your group has been put on telephone standby. So after 5:30 tomorrow p.m., I'm to call to find out if I need a report or whatever." Whew. So I can watch the little fella. I don't know if that means that they can call me up and say, "Come in." I hope not. Then I'll just have to play it by ear. But so far as I know, I'm watching the little guy tomorrow and have to call this automated number again after 5:30. And the rest of the week I don't have to worry about it because I don't have to watch the little guy just tomorrow. So if I make it till Friday and just call in, then I'm excused for a whole year. I'll have done my thing by hanging around waiting. Like waiting a call from some boy you like or something. Yeah, right. I talked to my girlfriend in Iowa. I've known her since 1969. And she really felt like she needed to talk today. I'm glad I called her because I like talking to her. I mean, we grew up. We did the same things. She was a little more mild than I was. I remember seeing her brand new Simon and Garfunkel record, Bridge Over Troubled Water, the album. When she got it, she was just raving about it, and I thought, it's okay. I do like the music. It just, at the time, I thought I was all that in a bag of chips. Right now, I'm just half a bag of chips. So, I did the dishes. They're over there drying. I ate some leftover stuff. I think I have one more thing of broccoli soup, which I'll eat for lunch tomorrow when I watch the little guy. And little guy got a haircut, so he actually looks like a little boy now, instead of just a little birdie with chicken fuzz sticking out every which way. And I heard he can say the word bird. We'll see if I hear him say it tomorrow. I'm very tickled to be able to watch him. I really am. It was like 60 degrees today. It was like long shirt weather, but then I got busy doing stuff and I changed into a t-shirt. And Terry, my friend Terry, she said she has one of her favorite shirts. It has a picture of Trump being hauled off to jail, and on the bottom it's a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. "I have a dream." She said she loves the shirt so much she doesn't want to take it off. And she bought a new one it says Gulf of Mexico in big letters on the front of it, Mexico, and a picture of the Gulf of Mexico. She said she's going to wear that to work. And no, she was in like some kind of rehab. She's been having lots of infections and stuff. She's been in and out of the hospital, and she had some kind of rehab because she can't move around very well. So she wore that in because one of the PT people, the physical therapist, is a big MAGA supporter. So she wore it. It just has a picture of the Gulf of Mexico with Gulf of Mexico in big letters. She said she just wanted to jab him with it, Here, you weenie. Oh, golly. Had some interesting dreams. I got video call with my friend, the guitar player. He's in New Jersey. Talked to him for a little bit. And it's like we talked a little politics too. We don't like talking politics, but sometimes you just got it to get it out. Like you got to talk to somebody else. You just have to. Whether you debate it or just talk about it, or did you see or did you hear? Crazy, man, crazy. Kitty Cat's probably waiting for me to go to bed. It's only 7:30, but I'll go to bed by 9 because I watch the little guy tomorrow. I'm tickled to do so. I just love I love those kids. And Spencer recently got a haircut, so both of them are looking pretty spiffy. Spencer went to some kid's birthday party today from his school. A girl turned 6. And she was in a class that moved up out of his little class. And I think she was one of the couple or 3 kids that were teasing him and being mean to him. The one he got in trouble with. The boy, Noah, hit him in the face. And he defended himself and got in trouble. This is a girl, I think one of the girls, or 2 girls that were talking about him and saying nasty snipey things about him. But he went to a party. It was a trampoline party. They went to a trampoline park and jumped around for about an hour, I guess, and then he came home. I said, "How was the party?" "Oh, it was okay." Okay. Daddy went with him. So, garden's doing okay. What else is there to say? Not a whole lot. My back's been killing me and I have that headache. And my friend Terry said, "Well, did you go to the doctor?" And I said, "Well, basically, I'm trying to sort out how much I'm covered or not covered." I put it off till the last minute last year because I thought, God knows what Trump's going to do. He'll just get rid of everything. And what's the point of signing up for something that you have to pay for and not be able to benefit from? So I really have to find out, and I don't know who to ask. I really don't. I got another thing. It's like a bill. It has several amounts of money listed on this bill, and then it says I owe $23 and something cents. I don't know. And it was like, do I owe something? I thought this was just you sign up for it. I don't know what's going on. They really should simplify it for old geezers that are losing their mind or never had much mind to begin with. I told my friend Terry about the open mic and how dirty it was and how this other guy got up on stage. He was like a cholo. He's a Hispanic and he had tattoos all over him. He has a big number 8, a 5, a V, and an I. That's Roman numerals for 8 on his neck. And it's kind of scraggly looking. And he did a really filthy set. A couple people after me in line. And he was talking about GILFs. Grannies I'd like to F. And he was getting pretty graphic. And then after his set was over, he passed me and patted me on the shoulder. God. Yeah. Yeah, Debbie, I really know how to get myself into trouble, don't I? Mm-hmm. Glenda, it was a nice day today, about 60 degrees, kind of overcast in the morning. I think by Thursday it's going to be in the 80s, but for the most part it's going to be about 78 degrees, which is decent weather for the Celsius people. It's decent weather. I get upset and nervous. Sometimes I want to overeat. Just eat and eat. That's my first level of depression. The second level is not eating anything. And the third level of depression is wanting to run out on the highway. I'm at level 1 right now, which is okay. I still have not checked my blood pressure or anything, and I've been without all my medicines since December. I really should check. My friend Terry said she's got this UTI, urinary tract infection. It's really wicked. And she has a lot of time off because she's worked for the city hall in Cedar Rapids since she was 16. And that's, gosh, over 50 years? Can you imagine? I don't know if people can do that anymore. So she has a lot of time off. So she had to use it because of the UTI. And then she was thinking about it and looking at her medicines that she takes for blood pressure. And one of the side effects is urinary tract infections. So she's going to call her doctor tomorrow and say, do you think that's a possibility? What's going on? Probably is. Probably is. Oh, healthcare. It's staying alive care, but I don't know how much health it is. And we talked about things like Robert Kennedy swimming in sewage water with his grandchildren. We talked about Humpty Trumpty and the airplane that was quote-unquote gifted to him. Basically, Qatar could not get rid of it. They offered it to a Saudi prince. They offered it to someone else, and they didn't want to take it because it's way too much, costs too much to maintain, etc., etc. So they gifted it, quote-unquote, to Trump. Is there a quid pro quo? Probably. But deals like that are just so slickly put in place that it will surprise you and you'll be on your butt before you know it. And I kept saying, hopefully he'll land in Newark, New Jersey, where they've had all the trouble with the control tower and no communications. And they should be able to communicate amongst themselves, the airplanes in the sky, because they have a technology like a GPS, a super GPS, that my brother David down in Georgia, he installs them in airplanes. So even if it's so foggy you can't see, or you can't see the runway, it will tell you where everything is. Unless down on the ground, that area might have been had an outage of electricity. I don't know. Don't know. Brian and family are going to go to Canada to see Scott in 3 weeks, I guess, in a month. And I don't know, I'm nervous for them. And I'll get to take care of the doggies for the whole week. Maybe I'll just be as noisy as I want to be, because there won't be anybody except 2 doggies to hear me. And a cat. He's been pretty good. He's been really pretty good. He actually came up and I laid down this morning and he was kneading dough. You know how cats, they put their feet out and they look like they're giving you a massage or something? That's what he was doing. And kitty cats really, really like you if they do that. So he's my buddy. What else is there? Not a whole lot. When I had breakfast, the eggshells I washed out and I let them dry and I'm putting them in an old bread bag. And when I have a bunch, I'm going to put them in an electric coffee grinder. You can also pulverize nuts or something in them. I'm going to pulverize all the eggshells into fine calcium powder. Well, I guess I could ingest it, but I'm going to put it on the garden because it's supposed to be good for the garden. What else is there to say? Brian put up a new surveillance camera on the house that's solar powered. The old one had a short. It rained on it and it pooped out. So he was doing that and Spencer was bugging him. And so I happened to go out there and was keeping Spencer occupied. Next to the driveway is a wall. It's about 5 foot tall at the highest part and about 2.5 foot tall at the lowest part near the street. And like a little hillside. And between that and the neighbor's yard is about 1 foot or 1.5 foot of big rocks, like river rocks, size of your fist. So he was looking at those. He loves rocks. He just loves, I've got to find a rock that has some kind of crystal inside of it. I'm not sure where to go to get that. Maybe online. I don't know. And his birthday's in September. I do have a really cool Smithsonian book that I bought about rocks and geodes and stuff. I think I'll give him a geode of some sort. That's the kind of rock that has little crystals in it. I think he will just absolutely melt. He loves rocks. Some rocks look like potatoes, some have layers, some have spots, some have little holes. So we were looking at all kinds of rocks while Daddy was putting the camera up. Most people in this neighborhood have at least one, probably half a dozen security cameras on their house or in their yard, and Ring doorbells and stuff. So if you go up on the porch, like I got someone else's package one time by mistake, and I went up on their porch to ring the bell, and it goes bing bong. Yes. The person was probably at work, and they can talk to you through their phone. Sometimes they can even see you through their phone. Brian's has the ability to look through his phone if he is alerted that someone's in the yard. That didn't exist when I was a kid. Maybe for extremely wealthy people, but when I was a kid, that didn't exist. You'd have a neighbor calling you saying, "Hey, somebody's in your yard." So we were looking at the rocks and putting them in order and looking at the differences of the rocks. He found a great big one, bigger than his hand, that was actually a piece of chalk from like a cliff of chalk. And he was drawing on the sidewalk. And he just loves rocks. So that's all that happened today. Tomorrow I will be watching The Little Guy, and I'm on telephone standby. I don't know what that means. If they call me and I don't show up, I think they can put a warrant out for my arrest. But I don't know how long they would keep you. What it would do to your record or whatever, I have no idea. I'm not running for president. I don't really care. Maybe it would help me. So, Wednesday coming up will be Whoop Whoop Wednesday. We'll have a joke for you, and I'm probably going to go to open mic night, but I'm going to be clean this time. I'm got to think of other things besides nasty, dirty, sexual stuff. And someone out there's going, "Ooh, do tell." Aha, you'll just have to come and watch. Oh, that didn't sound good either. Well, it's 7:45. In an hour from now, I'll be in bed, hopefully. I'm trying to adjust my schedules and stick to it. It's not easy. My poor house plants on the ledge over there. They're missing the ones that are in the garden now that were sitting next to them. They did pretty well while those guys were here keeping them company. Well, I've got things to do before I go to bed, and it's getting later and later. Tomorrow's Monday. You take care of yourself. If you're a guy that's been back and looking at this channel more than once or twice, hey, I know who you are. I have 3 people that I know who are there all the time. I appreciate it. I don't get anything from it. Maybe something on the statistics end to keep me on here. I don't know. And I promise I will do more fun things. And when here it goes again. When I start playing the keyboards and stuff, I'll have more things to be able to present, I think. A lot of stuff going to be coming up. It's summer, close to summer. It's going to be Memorial Day in a couple weeks. And Father's Day in about 3 weeks. I got Brian a cup that says #1 Dad or something like that. It's a nice big cup. He'll be able to have a great big cup of coffee or whatever he wants. The one he has that he uses now is a Star Trek cup where when you put something hot in it, there's people in the transporter on the picture, and when you put hot coffee in it, they disappear, like they're being transported, and after it cools down, they come back. Well, he's had that for at least 10 years, and the picture's starting to wear off. I think he puts it in the dishwasher, and that kind of stuff will wear off, but this cup has it imprinted in the cup, so it's not going to wear off. He can boil this cup if he wants to. Yeah. Well, I have to get going now. And I hope you are well, and I hope you are doing okay. Mental health is just as good as physical health, if not better sometimes. Not everybody is able to move around, but their brain's still there. Let's hope. Upward and onward.